Buddy, we're back doing some more habit engineering. It's your boy, Habit Engineer. I'm actually gonna go get some water real quick because I'm thirsty. I think my water bottle's empty. Yep, yeah it is. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. I just had to get some water. Hello, Cami. Good to see you. How are your habits going? Let me know in the chat. Anyone who's hopping on. Hopefully y'all were consistent with them over the weekend. I know I was. Felt good. I made like 30 candy hearts today. Nice. I'm not entirely sure what those are, but good job. Some for a belt and to give to people. What's up, Fire High? Welcome to the Habit Engineer live stream. How do Germans call the police? Not sure, dude. Not sure. Welcome to the Habit Engineer live stream. So, that's actually kind of good. So I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and I teach people how to build habits that actually stick. What's up, DJ? Good to see you. So if any of you have any habits that you're looking to be more consistent with, what's up, Ryan? Good to see you from New Zealand. Appreciate the sub. Gamer guy, hello. What's up, Cowbra? But yeah, so Habit Engineer live stream. We are okay, Cami. Yeah, I will. No worries. I go live Monday through Saturday, teaching people how to build habits that actually stick. We've got a 96% success rate in helping people actually be consistent with their habits in my community that I run. You can check out the link in the bio. And I developed the world's most effective habit building method. It's called the Triple S method. You are able to stick to your habits, like actually stick to your habits, by making them specific, simple, and sealing them with a 1-second celebration. So, Gamer guy said, I'm subbing because I'm also a small content creator going live, not getting very many views. I appreciate that, gamer guy. Hopefully you find some value here. Rafaela, hello. But yeah, so if any of y'all have any habits that you're looking to be more consistent with, drop them down in the chat. I'll teach you how you can turn them into habits that you can actually stick with using the world's most effective habit building method that I developed. So yeah, either bad habits you're looking to break, good habits you're looking to build, either one works. And I go live and do this Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So would appreciate a subscription if you so desire. And then I would also recommend turning on notifications. What that will do is obviously it'll notify you, but it will allow you to make me your personal accountability buddy as far as being consistent with your habits. So the fact that I'm going live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m., that reminder could also serve as a reminder for you to stay consistent with your habits. So hey Renee, good to see you. Gamer guy said for his lives he goes gaming and draws for people if he gets someone. Nice. Cowbra, that is a little bit of a weird rule. But yeah, so if okay, Renee said, I suffer from pretty severe depression. What would you say are the top 3 things I could leverage to build lasting habits? Renee, that is a great question. Maverick Dakota, Eric Cartman impression? I literally have no clue who that is. So I teach people how to build habits that stick. I go live Monday through Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I develop the world's most effective habit building method, the Triple S method. So if you have any habits, go ahead, drop that down in the chat. We'll engineer them. And feel free to subscribe and then turn on notifications. That will make me double as your personal accountability buddy. As I'm going live, building my habit, you guys can keep me accountable to going live, and then I'll keep you accountable to doing your habits. So, hello, the original Joe. Hello, Tiffany. Maverick, I'm sorry, I've never watched South Park, so I can't do that. My day is going pretty well, Joe. How about you? Sorry, Renee, I haven't forgotten about you. The top 3 things that you could leverage to build lasting habits are the 3 S's, frankly. So the way the Triple S method works, and like I said here, we've got a 96% success rate. The next most effective habit building method has a 75% success rate. So I'm an engineer of habits, Logan. I teach people how to build habits that stick. So the way you make your habit stick is by making them specific, simple, and sealing them. And the way you make them specific is you assign them a what, a when, and a where. So for example, with something like depression, maybe a practice of gratitude may help. You could say, instead of saying, okay, I'm going to be grateful every day, you could say, I'm going to write down one thing that I'm grateful for in a journal on my nightstand every morning at 7 a.m. when I wake up, right? So dev.net, yes, my habit is to teach people how to build habits, actually. One of mine is. That's what this live stream is for. So would appreciate, subscribe, turn on notifications, make me double as your accountability buddy. I'm out here teaching people how to build habits that stick Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So y'all can benefit from that reminder to stay accountable. I am not Jesus. I just get told I look like him. I am trying to be like him, but yeah, definitely not him. Glad that makes sense. Yes, I have a middle part, if you can't tell. Yeah, I teach you how to build habits free of cost. I run an online community. You can check out the link in my bio. That does cost money. That is if you want additional support in staying consistent with your habits. And there's a bunch of other resources in there. But yeah, so specific, the way you make your habit specific is you assign it a what, a when, and a where. Then once you've got that nailed down, you go to the next S, which is simple. And the way you make your habit simple is you ask yourself, you run your habit through a filter question and just ask yourself, okay, do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to my habits every single day for the rest of my life? No questions asked. And if the answer is yes, cool. Then go on to the next S. And if the answer is no, go back to the specific stage and re-engineer the what, the when, or the where in order to make it something, that you have 100% confidence in. The reason being here is twofold. One, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail, right? And so we are planning ahead to fail, or in figuring out the instances when we might fail. So that way we're just making our habits simple enough so that we can avoid those things in theory. There's another Jesus comment. Thanks, Mustafa. Appreciate it. I'll take that as a compliment. And you also want to make it so simple that if/when you do fail, because it is possible to stay 100% consistent with your habit for the rest of your life. But if/when you do fail, making your habit so simple that you will allow you to get right back on, or at least give you a much higher chance of getting right back on with it in the event that you mess up or miss a day or two. What's up, gamer guy? Then the third S is sealed. Mysore, I want to fix my sleep schedule. Awesome. Logan, you're gonna have to specify what you're asking me about how to do so. Mysore, we can do that. Give me one quick second here and I will actually, Mysore, while I'm explaining the sealed step, go ahead and let me know in the chat what is stopping you from being consistent with your sleep schedule right now. Enable super chat. You're useful. I'll write that down and I'll figure out how to do that. And yeah, so then you seal your habit with some type of 1 second celebration. What that does is it allows you to attach the action, the habit that you're doing, with feeling good, right? And there's a famous psychologist, B.F. Skinner. He did a bunch of studies and found simply that what gets rewarded gets repeated, right? And so you want to attach your habit with some type of celebration, whether that's eating a cookie or giving yourself a pat on the back or some type of positive mental affirmation or a 10-second dance part. It really doesn't matter as long as it's something that is rewarding for you and makes you feel good in association with the action you've taken. So, yeah, so doing that, making sure that happens, and then, yeah, that's the triple S method. So, I have to complete 3,000 hours of YouTube Live to get super chats. Okay, good to know. So as far as Mysore, if you want to fix your sleep schedule, I would recommend the first habit that I personally would recommend building is making sure that you plug your phones in somewhere outside of your bedroom at night. Buy a digital clock, buy an analog alarm clock. Don't use your phones as your alarm. Charge them in a room outside your bedroom. So that way you can go to bed distraction free from notifications, buzzes, whatever. Just get that crap out of the way. That's been super helpful. I also highly recommend getting out and going on a walk first thing in the morning. Exposing yourself to sunlight will help to reset your circadian rhythm, and that's super helpful. Logan said, I want to be stress-free. Grave rot, no. That's not what I'm saying at all. You should not cheat on your girl. That's not cool. But you already know that. You're just trolling. Grim123, Big Macs suck. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever actually had a Big Mac. If I did, it's been years and years and years ago. Okay, Cowbro, have a good night. Yes, Logan, I'm getting to you. If you want to be stress-free, what would you say is causing you stress right now? Like, what would you say is like the biggest single factor that is inducing stress in your life at this point? Because obviously there's a whole slew of things that could and probably are causing you stress, but like what would you say is the biggest single factor? Dysfunctional family and I'm 15. Dang. That is tough. Hey, thanks, Sophie. Yeah, I that's actually the third time I've gotten that today, so that's pretty funny. I appreciate it. So Logan, this might seem counterintuitive, but I would say probably one of the best habits that you could build is a habit of practicing gratitude every day. I've been doing this for the last 3.5, 4 years. When face reveal. This is the face reveal, LOL. Thanks, Sophie, for the compliment. But, and I've found that practicing gratitude every day has given me an extraordinary amount of resilience in being able to handle the different punches that life throws at me, essentially. And so being young, having a dysfunctional family, both really tough things, I would think that there would be a lot of value in just, even if you just took like 2 minutes and wrote down 3 things that you were grateful for every morning, like before you went to school or something like that. I think that could honestly help to change your perspective and outlook on life a ton, as well as help you to build up some mental resilience, mental toughness when it comes to handling all the crap that life is throwing your way. So let me know in the chat whether you think that would work. But yeah. Or well, I mean, I know it would work, just whether that's something that you would be willing to do or not. Sophie said, dysfunctional families aren't fun at all, or having a family that isn't present. And that led to me hanging out with gang members, which wasn't good for my health, obviously. Now I found myself, there is an end to the struggle. It's just different ways of handling it for everyone. Yes. Yes, there's a lot of different ways to handle all of life's struggles, frankly, but I've found that gratitude is a highly effective one. Will try to do that. How does that help me? How does practicing gratitude help you? Is that what you're asking? Yeah, Yummy Ducks. That's funny. I'll pass. Thanks though. LCUP. L cup. Got him. Krabby Patty. I adjure you to leave your vote. LOL. So if you were going to put a daily practice of gratitude in the Triple S method, and so what you would want to do is you would want to first give it a what, a when, and a where. So the way that you would do that, you could say, okay, my what is I'm going to write 3 things that I'm grateful for down in a journal every morning at 7 a.m. And the journal is going to be on my bedside table by my nightstand. I'm going to have a pen there, and I'm going to write 3 things down when I wake up at 7 a.m. So that's the specific stage. That's the what, when, and where. Then, assuming that is something that you think would work for you, then you would say, okay, do I feel 100% confident, in my ability to stick to this habit every single day for the rest of my life? And that would be to check whether it was simple enough or not. And if you felt confident in your ability to write those 3 things grateful for down every morning at 7 or whatever time you're waking up, then you could say, okay, I feel good with that. And then give yourself some type of reward to seal that habit loop at the end. So whether that's you check a box on the calendar to say that you did the thing, or you pump your fist and say, yes, I was grateful today. Like, honestly, whatever works, whatever feels rewarding for you, will be good there to close that loop. What gets rewarded gets repeated. So, Fire High, I just found it, stream trying to sleep. If you need to go to sleep, Fire High, definitely recommend going to sleep. Logan, let me know if that makes sense, and how you would need to adapt that to work for you. If you're just hopping on here, by the way, this is the Habit Engineer live stream. So I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, teaching people how to build habits that actually stick using the world's most effective habit building method that I developed. So you can subscribe, turn on notifications, and make me your personal accountability buddy as I'm going live Monday through Saturday. Those notifications will help you to stick to your habits as well. So, Watad, I don't even know how to say that. You don't need to build a crack habit. Things like drugs and stuff give you such a dopamine high that the habit is just already there. It's not something you need to build. It'll just happen. Concetta, hello, good to see you. David D. Donatello, I would like to learn how to distinguish philosophical question from normal ones so I can mirror it and reflect on philosophy in its most pure shape. As a habit, if you want, I'm a philosopher. That's cool. I would also consider myself to be somewhat of a philosopher, but I think that might depend on what your definition of philosophy is. David, I'm going to be honest, I'm not quite sure what type of activity you're referencing when you are saying you want to learn how to distinguish philosophical questions from normal questions, so you can mirror it and reflect. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means. But you could use the Triple S method that I've been teaching to format that as a habit. So, Logan, can I do a demo on that? I think I just did do a demo on it. As far as the daily gratitude practice, that was what I just described earlier. Concetta, how are you? I am doing quite well. I appreciate that. I'm having a good day today. I hope you guys are too. What are your thoughts on existence? How did you end up here and at this period of time? I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe that I was put here on this earth at the time that I was for a reason, and that I have a purpose, and that purpose is to learn and grow and become the best version of myself, so that eventually I can go back and live with God and Jesus again. Yeah, so Logan, let me know if you got when I did the demo for the Triple S method for gratitude already, because I went over that once just a few minutes ago. I'd be happy to go over it again if you missed it. Yes, I believe that God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit are three separate and distinct beings. I believe that they are of one mind and one purpose, but I believe that God has his own body, and Jesus has his own body, and the Holy Spirit is his own spirit. He doesn't have a body, but yeah. The last S, Brian. So it's specific, simple, and sealed. And so the way, just a brief rundown for the Triple S method, the way you make your habit specific is you assign a what, a when, and a where. The goal here is you want to make it so specific that you can visualize it like you're watching a movie in your head. Then you make it simple by running that specific habit through a filter question and just asking yourself, okay, do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to this habit every single day? And then once you have engineered a habit that is specific enough in that format and you feel 100% confident in it, then you attach a 1 second celebration to the end of your habit to seal. That's the third S, seal, as a way to help your brain to categorize the habit or the action that you're trying to take with feeling good, and weave those two together, because what gets rewarded gets repeated, Your brain wants to do what makes it feel good. So if you do something that helps your brain associate that something with feeling good, you are much more likely to do that thing again. If we've got any final questions, go ahead, drop them in the chat. But if not, I'm gonna hop off here. Today we've got our 30 minutes. Pleasure having you all on. This is the Habit Engineer live stream. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, teaching people how to build habits that actually stick. I developed the world's most effective habit building method, the Triple S method. So I teach people how to do that here on the live stream. And you can subscribe and turn on notifications to make me and this live stream your personal accountability buddy and help you be consistent with your habits. Awesome, Brian. Good to see you. Yeah, we'll see you Friday. The 96% success rate, Logan. So for people who are in my community, I send them a form every day, and we're tracking. They answer either yes or no as to whether they completed it or not. And so we're tracking all of those responses on the back end. And so the 96% is coming from that. So I think it's actually like a 92.66 or something right now. But yeah. Keep the change and keep changing, everyone. We'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.